The member from Burlington.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My question is for the Associate Minister of Health and Long-Term Care. Minister, a recent national survey found that over 4 million Canadians still smoke tobacco. It was the lowest national smoking rate ever recorded, but statistically unchanged from the same survey 2 years ago. Just this past Monday, we saw in the news that Montreal City councillors are putting great pressure on Quebec's government to tackle the prevalence of tobacco use in that province. Our government is working hard to toughen tobacco laws, ban smoking in public places, encourage more Ontarians to quit altogether, and to protect our kids from ever taking up smoking. Mr. Speaker, can the Minister please tell the House what our government is doing to help bring down smoking rates in our province and how we are protecting our youth from the dangers of tobacco? Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you. Associate Minister of Health and Long-Term Care.
Thank you, Speaker, and I want to begin by thanking the member for that very important question, and she's very right, Speaker. We are doing and we're working very hard to reduce smoking in Ontario, and I know we're working hard, and we have partners here like the Heart and Stroke Foundation who are very valued and who have been with us every step of the way. And I'm pleased to say, Speaker, that partly as a result of our joint efforts, smoking rates have decreased in Ontario from 24.5% in 2000 to 18.1% in 2013. That's 332,000 smokers less. Mr. Speaker, but I know we also have to do more. And if we are going to reduce smoking in Ontario, smoking rates in Ontario, we have to do two things. One, we have to ensure that that next generation of smokers never begins. And second, we have to help those who smoke now but want to quit. We need to help them. And that is why, Mr. Speaker, we have invested over $350 million for tobacco prevention, cessation, and protection.
Thank you.
And in my supplementary, I will speak more.
Thank you. Supplementary.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Again, my question is for the Associate Minister of Health and Long-Term Care. Speaker, in that same Statistics Canada survey, close to 700,000 current or former smokers who had tried e-cigarettes said they had used them to help quit smoking. At this time, I understand that the jury is still out in terms of the effectiveness of e-cigarettes to help people quit smoking, and also there is uncertainty as to their health impacts. As a consequence, Ontarians are concerned about the limited research to properly address these issues. Earlier this month, in fact, the Federal Standing Committee on Health called upon the federal government to fund research into these very same questions. Mr. Speaker, through you, could the Minister please tell the House what our government is doing to learn more about e-cigarettes? Thank you.
Thank you. Minister.
Thank you, Speaker, and I thank the member for that supplementary question. I believe, Speaker, that there is a role for government to protect people from what may be emerging harms, and that is what electronic cigarettes are. It's an emerging technology. And there is currently no regulation at all in Ontario around electronic cigarettes. What this means is that a 16-year-old could walk into a store and buy an electronic cigarette. And that is why Ontario is being the leader, and what we have proposed is legislation that, if passed, would, among other things, ban the sale and supply of electronic cigarettes to youth under the age of 19 and restrict vaping in designated public areas. With this legislation, Speaker, we are trying to balance, the potential benefits that might be there of electronic cigarettes in helping adults, quit cigarettes, but at the other hand, also making sure that that next generation never begins to take up electronic cigarettes.
Thank you.